Your call is important to us. Please hold the line.
All operators are busy at the moment. We apologize for the wait and will answer you shortly. Our operators are busy at the moment. Your call is being transferred. Thank you for calling.
All right, welcome everyone to another Hotline Live. We're talking HHN today. It's going to be a very exciting episode because we have a new announcement today, brand new announcement. And joining us on the show is good friend, incredible videographer and photographer, Rob from the Howling Hour. Rob, welcome to the show, my friend.
You're too kind. You're too kind. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Dude, welcome, brother. It's really a pleasure to sit down and chat HHN with you. We've got a lot to cover today, man. A lot to cover, so I'm very excited. I'm going to check the comments real quick. Hello to everybody in the chat, tuning in live. How's it going, everybody? Haunt season can't come fast enough. Yeah, that is true. That is very, very true. What's up, Bobby? Good to see you, brother. Oh, snap. It's Dylan. Oh, snap. Let's go, brother. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, man. Very, very good. Well, I'm glad to be back, Andrea. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I love it. All right, cool. Well, here we go, folks. We're going to get started with our episode today. First and foremost, you might have heard. Stranger Things 4 is making its way to Halloween Horror Nights 2023. Rob, right off the top of your head, man, what are your thoughts?
Oh, man, I'm excited. Obviously, we know Stranger Things has been at the event before, but the season 4 was so amazing that there's so much to look forward to with this house and where they're going to put it. Prime location. Oh yeah. So I'm excited.
Heck yeah, man. I really enjoyed both years that we had it. I mean, the second year, maybe not as much as the first. Maybe not as much as the first. So. I see what they were going for. I see what they were trying. Nice try.
A for effort. I'll give an A for effort. A for effort.
Indeed. But I am very, very excited that Stranger Things 4 is coming. I mean, Soundstage 15, which, has a new number now, Soundstage 15. That's what we're calling it. Perfect location for this. Absolutely perfect location for this. John Murdy, of course, as he does, took to Twitter to give us some details about this year. So we're going to bring those up right now. He loves those tweets, man. He loves those tweets.
Yes, he does.
So yeah, first of all, he did confirm that we are getting this in Soundstage 15, where we had both iterations of the Stranger Things maze before. We also saw the Exorcist there. Last year we had the Weekend there. So very, very interesting tidbit there. It's another kind of collaborative effort between Horror Nights Orlando and Horror Nights Hollywood. Rob, remind me, have you been to Orlando yet, brother?
Never been to Orlando. I want to go. I don't know if I will be able to go ever.
Sure.
Flying, that's
right.
Not a big flyer, but
that's right.
I get to watch you guys go, and that's fun.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day you'll make a cross country trip out there.
Yeah, take like a couple weeks off and just drive out there.
I mean, not a bad excuse for a road trip at all, man.
Right.
So yeah, we that's what we got going on. A little more collaboration with Orlando. We've got Vecna in the flesh, which is pretty disgusting. What are your thoughts on seeing Vecna in the flesh here, Rob?
You know what? There's watching, and we know what they do at Horror Nights. Watching the show, I'm excited, and I want to see what they do. I want to see it come to life, and I'm just, the first time you walk through there and you see Vecna, I'm ecstatic to see it. Just realized at Horror Nights. So it's gonna be horrifying.
Oh yeah, man, super scary, super scary. We also, I thought I had one more in there. I guess I don't. Well, yeah, there you go. Vecna in the flesh. So this is funny here. We kind of had an inkling that this was coming to Soundstage 15. We kind of had an inkling.
Just a little one.
Just a little one. There's some photographic evidence. First of all, there's this right here, right? This is from the Entertainment Connection. He kind of got a good look at the inside of the soundstage. You can kind of see some details going on there. The most important detail here is highlighted in red right now. It is what looks to be like a round top to this set piece, right?
Right.
Instantly, a lot of people's minds went toward the pit where they fight the Demogorgon, which makes a lot of sense to me. That could probably be the set piece there.
Yes.
Another set piece that came to my mind was the new lab where they were holding 11 and they had the machine, the sensory deprivation machine. That also kind of has like a circular area to it. So honestly, I think it could be either one of those. It could be either one of those sets, but it looks to be a pretty dang tall set, man. And
well,
then we also. Sorry, go ahead,
no. This is like the fun part is to like. I mean, obviously, when we see it, it's gonna be exciting. No matter what it is, it could be neither one of those. It could be something else. But it's fun speculating and trying to figure out like, well, what's it gonna be? Is it this? Is it that? But honestly, I in my opinion, I think that like that prison scene would be just amazing to walk through. You got one of those doors to walk through. It would be just stunning to the eyes.
Absolutely, and that's the nice thing about the soundstage is they can build these sets pretty big, and they can get really wild with the space. In a tent, you're very confined to the space that you're in, but not in a soundstage, baby. And then another look inside of the soundstage from Scott Exploring Attractions. He got this shot of the inside of Soundstage 15 at what looks like it could be Eddie Munson's trailer.
Yes.
Could this be the facade? Could this be what we walk into first? What do you think, Rob?
You know what? It does look very similar to the trailer, and also, we've seen being able to walk through trailers as facades in other houses that they've had. So, but yeah, it would be very cool to walk through it. It looks very similar to it. So, I think, and this is also a good shot.
Right?
Good shot. Yeah.
Good
It's
shot.
like, man, these guys are getting some good shots from like I'm sure they're only getting like a few seconds of time. They're just like
and then we also saw from our friends over in Orlando, HHN365. Be sure and follow them, by the way. They speak about both coasts and they're a lot of fun. HHN365 got a great shot of the merch that's available now. It's Vecna.
right.
And he's
right.
on there.
He's definitely there. He's there.
I don't know if this is something that, hey, HHN365 in the comments. What up, you guys? All the way from sunny Orlando. Thanks for joining us, guys. Here, let me put them up. There you go. Boom. HHN365.
Yep,
Excellent work, you guys. Excellent. An inspiration, truly. There we go. Vecna. Mark says it perfectly. It is pretty ugly. Vecna is kind of ugly though. So at least it's on brand. Rob, what are your thoughts on the preview merch here, man?
I'm not gonna say it's ugly, but it's not something. I don't know. It's just it's too much Vecna. I feel like if they would have, kind of made him stand back a little bit, added some stuff behind him.
Sure.
Maybe more like a full body, him floating in the air or something. It's just kind of very in your face. I'm sure someone will like this, and this is for someone. It's just not for me.
Yeah. HHN365 tweeted Vecna. Yeah, same, bro. Same. Honestly, this might not be a piece of merch that I get, but hopefully there is more coming. They usually do preview merch and then they release stuff later on.
Yes.
Also, a little note about the preview merch in case you do want to get your hands on this shirt. Oftentimes, this preview merch will kind of disappear if you're not quick to grab it. So be sure and grab it as soon as you can. Now, I want to take to the comments. To the chat. What are your guys' thoughts? What could we see, or what are you excited to see in this house? Rob, what do you think we're going to see in this house, man?
I mean, for sure, we're going to see the Upside Down, and I'm excited for that. I think Eddie's his trailer,
right.
the prison,
yeah,
the lab. We're definitely going to go into the lab. One scene I feel like I do want to see, and I feel like there's a high possibility, is I believe it's the graveyard scene. I want to see something along those lines of all of them, like in that graveyard. I think that would be pretty cool. So that's kind of, like a little. Obviously, those other scenes are just like, they're going to be big, and we know they're going to be awesome. But for whatever reason, when I saw the announcement, I was like, I hope they do something with like a graveyard. I think that would be pretty cool. Her kind of floating, and I think that would be awesome.
I mean, hell, I don't know if you saw it, but I think last Halloween there was that house. I don't have a picture of it up here, but there was a house that did their own yard display with, her floating in the air and everything. They got the cops on them at some point.
I did see that. That was really cool. They had like all like the red things going everywhere.
Yeah, the roots and all that. If the home haunt can do it, I'm sure Universal can find a way to do it, especially in the soundstage for sure.
Yeah, let's go Horror Nights.
Heck yeah, man. But yeah, Chrissy, wake up. That's a good one. Yes, would have loved the scene with Vecna floating in the attic on a T-shirt. Yep, only time will tell what we'll get. Only time will tell. That'll be pretty cool, man. So yeah, all in all, I'm very excited for Stranger Things to be back. I think if there was ever a season to base it off of, season 4 is the one. Spooky house, cemeteries, secret labs.
Yes.
I mean, come on. I for one would love to get to walk through the pizza parlor, especially if they have like a dummy or something of Elle in that chamber that she's in. That would be pretty cool too. And then hopefully it smells like pizza in there. Bonus points if they throw some pizza scent at us.
They can. They can.
They definitely can. Bobby, I wish they'd open up the back lot again. Me too, brother. I do miss the back lot.
Same.
Pretty soon here, we're going to have a video coming out where we kind of rank all the backlot mazes, because I don't know if it's ever coming back. It looks like the lower lot is becoming the hot spot for all things Horror Nights. So we shall see. We shall absolutely see. And yes, of course, got to have Eddie's epic sacrifice, maybe some Metallica riffs.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
I feel like that's just a given. Like, we're all just kind of expecting like that. When we think of Stranger Things 4, that's what everyone thinks of. So I feel like it's just like a given that we're going to get that.
Yes, absolutely. And yes, I would love to see the haunted, Vecna's house, right? To be able to walk through that facade, maybe with some stuff floating around. The imagination is going wild here. I'm very excited. Toxic Tunnel. R.I.P. Toxic Tunnel. We never got to the 4Xs, or did we? I can't remember. Maybe we did make
it could make a comeback.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah.
And this is a great point. Lower lot, yes, it is going to be a little busy now. More than ever, I feel like. Definitely more than ever. So yeah, man, there you go. Stranger Things 4. Now, we do have another bit of news here to discuss. Funny enough, there is another announcement, but it's not really HHN related, but it kind of is. They just announced officially the Fast and Furious roller coaster that is coming. And I bring this up only because, of course, the Castle Theater, home to many a haunt show and many a horror-themed show in the past, is being demolished as we speak. I mean, Rob, what are your thoughts, man?
I mean, it sucks that it's getting demolished. We're getting something in its place, another roller coaster, but I like the shows. I like having shows. I think even if the shows weren't that great, they're definitely they pull from the crowd in the park. So I think they help out a little bit. But I like going to the shows. It was nice to rest your legs from walking the whole night. So
absolutely, man. Agreed.
A little sad about that.
Honestly, there's still live entertainment mentioned on the Universal website. So that could mean that we may have a show somewhere, right? At some point.
Yeah, somewhere in the park.
somewhere in the park. They certainly have spaces for them. Last week I talked about, or our last live stream, I talked about down in the lower lot, they do have sound stages that they could probably potentially put some risers in, build a stage. Who knows? We shall see. We absolutely shall see. But yeah, that's it for Stranger Things 4. Rob, you got any closing thoughts before we move on? We're going to talk about the speculation map next.
No, I'm just excited. I mean, it's a really solid announcement. It's one that, you know, I feel like we knew was gonna come, but now that it's official, we're getting more pumped about it. And it's just like the ball is rolling with Haunt announcement and Haunt season, and let's go. I'm ready.
I'm ready too, man. Oh God. That's going to be a hell of a drop after a landslide. Yes, it is. You know, it's kind of ballsy to build a theme park on the hillside anyways, and now they're building a whole roller coaster there. We shall see. Earthquake County, be nice to us, please. We'll see what happens there.
Watch out for those fault lines.
Oh, right. Great comment here. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is going to be a fairly long house, considering how much content Season 4 has. It is jam-packed with tons of content. So I'm very excited to see what they give us for the Season 4 house. Very, very excited. And well, now we're going to move on to the Horror Night Nightmares speculation map. Just last week. Was it last week? I think it was last week. Because it was kind of a surprise. It came out of nowhere. They dropped a version 3 of the Nightmares map, the speculation map. This was version 2. This is what version 2 looked like here. And now we're going to go over to version 3, which had some pretty big changes on it, honestly. Some pretty big changes. So now, first, let's go over what stayed the same. We have, first of all, this owl house that I mean, it's just the owl symbol. I don't know what the hell it is. Rob, do you have any thoughts on this, man?
No, I mean, obviously I've heard rumors, possibly some kind of another like urban legend, like how we have like the, El Cucuy and La Llorona. So if it is, I'm good with that because I think they've done a really good job with those type of houses. But again, don't know what it is. I know it's an owl, and I just think like owl. This is a stupid joke, but I was just thinking like owl, like who. Like, is it like a Whoville horror kind of thing? So my mind just went all over the place, but I know we're not going there.
Now that I would love to see. I would actually love to see the twisted version on the Grinch. Let's do it, man. I love it.
I'm all for it.
Here's a look at the facade, the Entertainment Connection, keeping us posted and updated with everything. Got a really great photo of the facade. Lots of scenic work still going on. One of the leading theories that I'm seeing online, which I kind of like, honestly, is a house based on La Lechuza, which is a Mexican folklore. This is a photo of a Mexican graveyard where they kind of have the graves in the wall. You do see that a lot. And here's a look at La Lechuza. I mean, listen, if that came out at me from the dark, I'm running, dude. Like, I don't even care. That's terrifying.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, pretty scary, man. So that is right now kind of one of the leading theories. I enjoy it. I like it. We'll see what happens, man. Only time will tell. Next up on the speculation map that stayed the same is Holidayz in Hell. And, I mean, the evidence is pretty much there. In fact, if you follow HHN365 online, they posted a really good comparison. I don't have it in the slideshow, but they posted a really good comparison of the facade. This is how it looks right now, currently with construction. If you zoom in a little bit, it does look a lot like the New Year's Eve facade that we saw in 2019. And honestly, I, for one, I'm not that mad that it's coming back. Rob, what are your thoughts on Holidayz in Hell coming back?
Oh no, definitely. It was a really solid maze in 2019, and obviously, I think for me the I think it was the Halloween part of it stood out just because the music was just like I just felt like I was a club in there. But
sure.
Yeah, the maze itself was really good. Going through all the holidays, I have no complaints at coming back. It's been since 2019, so I think bringing that one back would be good. We know we're getting if it comes, we know what it is, and it's a good solid maze, so no complaints here.
Sure, man. Yeah. And now here's the question, right? Before it was in the Parisian courtyard where we saw, that's the last facade that we saw currently being constructed in the park. It is now moving down to the lower lot where Killer Clowns was in years prior. It's a new location for us here in Hollywood. Could we potentially see some new Holidayz? I mean, they're definitely going to have to retrofit this house to the new location. Because it's very different. That Parisian courtyard, it's a very interesting space. It's not very straightforward like the tents usually are at Horror Nights. So could we see another holiday? Rob, do you have any thoughts on a holiday that we might see in Holidayz in Hell, man?
Oh, man, no. I think they cover all the holidays. Maybe they'll do like some kind of weird like grandparents' day or something. Just have some old people run around with like hacksaws and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I know that it's not the most popular maze. Some people are kind of bummed that it's coming back. We got Hellbound Haunt here saying that didn't get a chance to see it in 2019. So yeah, this is a great opportunity to see it again. So one of the rare instances where truly a maze makes a comeback, and not even as a sequel. It's just like a repeat. But we don't get them often in Hollywood. But it's starting to become a little bit more of a tradition now, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
Cool. And then, all right, well, we're going to move on here to the next house that is speculated, and it was on version 2, and it's on version 3 as well. Universal Monsters Paris. Now, of course, I've said it before, this is the 100th anniversary of The Hunchback, of it premiering in theaters as an original Universal picture. This is also on the Orlando map. It seems like it might be another bi-coastal creation like, Bride was, or even last year we had more partnership with Universal Orlando. So, I mean, Rob, what are your thoughts on Universal Monsters making a comeback, dude?
I mean, we have previous years of them with Universal Monsters, and I don't think I've never heard anyone complain about any of the monster mazes that they've brought us, or now houses, sorry. But the Paris, there's a few ways they can go with that. Like you just mentioned, the Hunchback. Also, I was watching Tony's video from earlier, and he was talking about like the Phantom of the Opera kind of thing. So
sure.
I'm excited to see what they do, especially since I know that they always bring it with these monster houses. So I'm excited for it. I hope it comes. I hope, whatever it is, I know it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I agree, man. The Universal Monsters houses have been my favorite, honestly. Mark H brings up a good point here. Can't wait for Monsters. I love hearing Slash's scores. I wish we got his music in Orlando. By the way, right now, folks, you can actually buy the Universal Monsters music on iTunes, and you can stream it. I picked it up right away. I'm glad they finally did that because truly, Slash's scores are incredible, man.
That Bride, like that guitar riff, oh man, that's just like, that gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll never forget. It's like the first time you're outside of that Bride house and that guitar lick comes in and like the thunder hits. Like, it gives me chills now thinking about it. So yeah, Slash, you're a beast, my friend. Honestly, truly, great stuff. That Hollywood Legends Collide Part 2. Yeah, they tried. They tried. Jacob, great point. Sorry. Here we go. Jacob, still need the creature. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Give me Gilman. We need Gilman. The public wants Gilman. Hopefully soon. One day we get it. And then, Slash went hard. Absolutely. So we're going to get some more Universal Monsters action for sure, and I'm very excited for that. And now let's continue down on the map, but this is now strictly version... Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, before we do that, we got to talk Terror Tram celebrities. The hell is that, man?
That's like that to me is not the weirdest thing, but it's like, okay, are they celebrities? Is it like celebrities at HHN or also, and I feel like I've heard this from someone else. I don't know. I made it up in my head and I'm just saying it's from someone else. maybe like Jordan Peele's, like all his creations, like those, like that type of celebrities, like all being on the back. I mean, all being on the tram and everything. Like, you get Us, you get Nope, you get Out, just like all his movies, and that's the celebrity. So, but it could be celebrities, like actual celebrities running around, like wearing masks and trying to kill people.
Yeah, The Weeknd coming back. I know Duff would love that. We'll see what happens there. Honestly, though, you bring up Jordan Peele. I think that would be fantastic, dude, to do like a Monkey Paw Productions Terror Tram, especially with Jupiter's Claim still being there. In fact, I've seen videos and I've heard people say that tour guides are saying that they are refurbing the Jupiter's Claim area for Horror Nights, and they've skipped that as part of the tram tour during the day. So could be something there. Yeah. It could either be a hint at the new theme, or it could just mean that they're bringing back what they did last year, where we get to walk through Jupiter's Claim, and then there is like a special section for the RIP tours where they go and do their own thing. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. Now we're going to move on to what's new on the Hollywood speculation map. First of all, The Exorcist. Now, on the last version of the map, we had this listed as Exorcist Believer, which is the upcoming Blumhouse reboot or I guess it's a sequel, sorry. It's a sequel to the original movie that is going to start a new trilogy. But now it seems to be speculated that we're going to get, for the third time, the 2016 version of The Exorcist. What are your thoughts, Rob?
I mean, if it's true, I don't like it. I think the first year they had The Exorcist, they did such a great job, and they just, obviously I had my doubts when I first went into it, but I think they pulled it off really well. But it's one of those mazes just because it's based off that movie, and it only takes place in really one room, and it's difficult to do. And we saw that when they brought it back again. It's difficult to kind of make that work. And if they're going to go for it a third time, I don't know. I feel like it's just, it won't, it's losing for me. It's losing its luster. And I don't want that to happen with any house.
Yeah, man. I swear to God, if it's ringing again, I'll lose my mind. Yeah, I mean, it might be. It might be. Oh, yeah, I don't want that nasty smell from that house. Yeah, that had some.
Man.
Listen, I get it. I get the sensory thing, but I also hate it. I don't like it either. Like, I get what you're trying to do with the sense. Let's just not.
the first year they had that house, the first room we walked in, the living room. This is why my wife does not go to Horror Nights anymore, because she got a whiff of that throw up smell, and after that she was like, "I'm done. Like I'm just done." That smell was awful.
Yeah, man. Jacob got a great point here. I take Halloween over this. Give me Michael. I agree. Honestly, even if it was just last year's Halloween house, which was phenomenal. Like, I actually really enjoyed it. Even if it was just that, I would be super happy. But yeah, it might be The Exorcist again. I would not hold my breath and expect any changes to it at all. Although, hopefully, maybe it starts as the original Exorcist, and then maybe it ends as Exorcist Believer.
That could work.
That I would take. That I would definitely take. We'll see. Only time will tell. And now next on the map, the next big change is Evil Dead Rise. Now, this one has come and gone from the speculation maps for quite some time. It was big on last season's map, and now it's back. It is no surprise, really, that it is allegedly going into the former Walking Dead attraction show building. It was definitely supposed to be here last season. It was definitely supposed to be here last season. And now here's my question, though. The timing is kind of odd because it was released this past April. It hit streaming and home video in June. So it's not like it's in anticipation of like a home video release or a streaming release. But it did do pretty well. I mean, especially considering movies these days.
Right.
It had a $20 million budget and it made $146 million. So pretty successful overall. Rob, what are your thoughts on Evil Dead Rise potentially hitting the park?
You know what? Obviously, when you walk through Horror Hotel last year and, you see Evil Dead, you definitely know it was like, okay, well, these were probably going to be, this was probably coming to Horror Nights, with the timing with the movie and everything. But you know what? To see it, actually, if it does come to Horror Nights, I'm okay with it, because I feel like, we may obviously going to walk through the same kind of footprint, but we're going to get different scenes. It's not going to be what we got last year. We might recognize certain things, but I thought Evil Dead Rise was really good, and I'm cool with it coming if it comes. I think it'll be a solid maze or house.
Nice. Yeah, I still haven't seen the movie, and I definitely got to check it out. But I've heard good things. Rob, you saw it. You said you liked it?
Yeah, I did like it. I liked it a lot. I like the what year, the 2000, was it 14 or 15 version? That one's probably my favorite, but this one was really good. I did enjoy it a lot.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely agree. The cover up for the Horror Hotel. I mean, honestly, not bad, man. Not bad at all. I really enjoyed Horror Hotel, especially as one of few Hollywood originals. I thought they did a phenomenal job with it.
Yes.
Bathtub spit. Yeah. That's one of those scenes where I'm like, once I saw the trailer for Rise, I was like, now wait a fucking second. Didn't like Horror Hotel, but after watching the movie, it made sense. Yep, all the scares are there. They're definitely all there. I mean, the stove top, the the bathtub, even the elevator right at the beginning for sure. It was definitely supposed to be there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it's probably a shoe-in, but again, we'll see.
I hope so.
Now we're gonna wrap up our episode by talking about a few little details that you might have missed on the on the speculation map for this season. First of all, the Megan roaming horde. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense. It's also predicted for Orlando, and in fact, there's been a couple of casting calls that kind of match the size of some of the performers from the promotional tour. What are your thoughts on the roaming horde here? Of Megan's, Rob?
You know what? I like it. I think creepy little girl dolls running around trying to kill you. That's almost up there with clowns for me.
Sure.
So I like it. The roaming horde thing's a little different than what we normally get. I think I've seen that over in Hollow Scream in San Diego last year. So, right. But it's a little different. So I'm all for it. But I liked Megan. I thought it was good. I would have liked to seen her in a house, but they're because I did enjoy the movie. I think this is a footstep to maybe getting there, maybe in a year or two. But I mean, robotic dolls running around trying to kill you. I mean, that's a different version of Horror Nights right there.
Absolutely, yeah, and Jacob brings up a great point here. They were in the City Walk. I remember seeing that, so they've already been at Universal Studios Hollywood, and I think especially with the Chucky theme, it's pretty fun to have them both kind of at the same event. But yeah, you're right, Rob. I would have loved to have seen it in a house, even a Horrors of Blumhouse. I know that we had it speculated earlier on that it was going to be Megan and Insidious. I still think that would have been perfect, but what you gonna do?
Yeah,
it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
Next up, another thing you might have missed on the map itself is the Death Eaters making a comeback. Yeah, man. This is definitely a no-brainer for me. In fact, they're in the park right now. They've extended it through the end of July with the Dark Arts show. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't experienced them in the park, now's your chance to do it, especially if you're not a big Horror Nights fan. And it was a great addition to the area last year. Rob, what are your thoughts on the Death Eaters coming back?
Oh, I loved it last year. Walking down that alley and them just, kind of the way they would methodically move and just kind of swoop around you, and just with the lighting and the smoke effects and everything. I thought, when they had the Harry Potter or the Wizarding World was always kind of closed for Horror Nights, and I was like, they're missing an opportunity here. But once they opened it up and they brought the Death Eaters, I was just like, this is amazing. Like I loved it. I think I spent probably 30 minutes in there just watching them do their thing, and the little little kind of acts that they put on, and I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, it's such a vibe. It's such a cool vibe. And it really adds to the area. So I hope they come back. In fact, I hope they stay forever. I hope they come back for every Dark Art season and for every Horror Nights season, too. They're a great addition to the lineup. And, yeah, it's about time they opened up Potterland. I agree. Interesting little tidbit here, too. It's kind of unclear, and let me know down in the chat if you have any information on this. But it's kind of unclear what they're going to do with Super Nintendo World. Because I see that some ticket levels have access. Like if you get the day and night combo ticket, the 2 p.m. day and night combo ticket, it says that you have access to the land from 7 to 10, but it doesn't seem like anybody else has access to that land.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
It's kind of it is confusing. Now, when I was looking at all the tickets, I was just like, wait, hold on. So does that mean like I got like express, but does that mean I can't go in the land and I have to get this ticket to go in the land? I don't know. It's just it was a little confusing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there for sure. And then the last little tidbit going back to the speculation map, if you look at the Waterworld area, that used to be a hot maze location, but now it is listed as a show. And there is no visible construction in that area just yet. And this time last year, we had construction walls and we had the Blumhouse facade up already. Like they were well into construction, but we don't have a single ounce of construction in that queue right now. So, Rob, what do you think, man? Are we going to get a show there, or is it just not going to be a maze location at all?
You know, I hope we do. Well, I hope we do get a show. If it's not a maze location, I hope we get a show. I hope there's something there because it's for years, there's always been a maze there. But if they decide to do a show, whatever kind of show it is, I would be for it. I actually think it'd be a little different to have a show instead of a house there. So, I mean, if you're asking me, I would say prefer a show, but definitely something. Don't do nothing with that area. Do something with that area.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Could we see the return of Slaughter World? Who knows? Will it be the Jabberwockies on jet skis? Only time will tell for sure.
Not that show. Not that show.
And well, that's going to pretty much do it for our episode today, folks. Rob, where can everyone find you online, my friend?
I'm Instagram and YouTube at The Howling Hour. That's you find me right there. Those two spots are kind of where I do all my social media.
Yeah, for sure, man. You also you jump into exploring attractions every now and then too.
Yeah. Also, Nights of Horror. I run.
Yeah,
with them too.
You're everywhere, Rob. Yeah, now you're on the hotline too, brother. You're taking over the hot scene, dude.
Oh man, I try, man. I'm glad all these people just let me come on their channel. I'm like, really, you want me?
Oh yeah, just before we go real quick, Midsummer Scream, they are going to have a panel. How Horror Nights is going to be at Midsummer Scream 4:30 on Saturday. We're going to be there all weekend for sure.
Wait, is it Saturday or Sunday?
Oh, I thought it was Saturday.
I'm pretty sure Horror Nights is on Sunday, and I think Knott's has does Knott's have Saturday? I think Knott's has Saturday, no?
Don't quote us on this. Look
yeah.
They will be there. They will be there.
Saturday or Sunday.
They will be there at some point that weekend, and John Murdy promised that he's going to unveil some stuff, as he usually does. So, yeah, be prepared for that, for sure. Midsummer Scream will be there. Rob, you going to be there?
Yes, I will be there. Hopefully all 3 days, but for sure 2 days.
Nice. I love it. And, well, that's going to do it for our episode. Rob, thanks again, brother, for joining us, man.
Thank you.
You got any closing thoughts? Anything else you want to cover before we go?
Just thanks for having me on, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited for haunt season. All the good feels are coming back, and where the ball is rolling, and Midsummer Scream's right around the corner, and then next thing you know, we'll be full haunt effect. So let's go.
Oh yeah, man. 6 weeks. 6 weeks until it like really starts kicking up and stuff starts opening. So hang in there, everybody. We're almost there. And thanks for joining us, everyone who joined us on the live. And be sure and follow us on social media, Twitter and Instagram. We're not on Threads yet. We'll probably be there at some point. But at Real Talk. Wow. At the Hotline. That's an old show of mine. Holy crap. At the Hotline, Instagram and Twitter. Also, youtube.com/thehotline. And you can visit us on the web, thehotline.com. Until the next time, thanks for calling, everybody. Rob, thanks again, brother. See you guys
later.